Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. This is a series I'm doing, which I have called or I'm calling as a correction series, right? Because when we do tarot reading, we get to see the energies. But the thing over here, guys, is that it is a general reading. So not everything is for everybody. But again, at the same time, there is something called the correction part of the story, right? Where specifically we want to know as a part of the same collective, we want to know what is that part in our life or what is that story in our life that needs a correction, and what is the reason, what is the experience, what is the learning of all that situation that we have been going through. So this reading is for you, Taurus. Now, this is a timeless reading. I'm not going to put a date on this reading. Whenever my spirits call for you to check on this energy will be for you, Taurus. Now, with this correction part of the whole story, guys, what I'm getting is friends and colleague people in your case. Okay, so what they're saying is you have to correct something in your collective. In your collective, with people, with friends, with colleagues, with extended family, anybody in your life where there is a crowd of people, there is some situation over there, Taurus, that needs a correction here. That needs some kind of a correction with people in general around you as well. Okay? Because the bottom is a decrease, stuck energy, and these are all in the reverse. Ascended masters, letting go, status quo in the reverse, planning and action. So what they are saying, guys, what they are telling you is you have to replan something here in your collective. In your collective, to change the way you have been thinking about people or you have been behaving with people, right? So there is something with people that needs to change, and that change has to happen with you first. With you, with your understanding, right? When you have to let go of something in your life that you had been holding on in terms of your belief and understanding towards a group of people, crowd of people, or towards people in general, right? And that is where they're saying, get out of that situation because that cycle has already decreased. So there is less of people around you now. Not much of people that I see around you. So this portion needs correction here, guys. Okay, because this stuck energy, wherever you had been stuck, had stopped you from moving yourself in the right direction. So that is where your principles, your dogma, your wisdom, your understanding has to change. Has to change with people in general, guys. That's what I'm getting here. That's what my spirit is telling you, Taurus. Okay, so something over here with the collective, with friends in general, with a crowd, anything that somewhere you have not been able to mix around with people. For some of you, I'm even getting that. You have not been a part of a collective for a long time. You have not been able to gel with people. For some of you, I'm even getting that, because it's like your way or the highway kind of an energy, where if you feel that they are not with you, right? Don't take it as a negative part, because we all have to stand corrected. So for you, what I'm getting, guys, is that you feel that if they are not a part of your understanding, right? If they do not understand things in the way that you do, if they are not perfect in the way that you are, maybe you don't want to be a part of that group. Kind of you're going to shun them. Do you follow what I'm saying? So if you keep doing that, guys, the decrease, the people will eventually walk out of your life, Taurus, right? People will stop coming towards you because they'll feel that you are too picky on your own situation, right? So you have to be more free. You have to let go of your principles in the way you think, or you have been thinking about certain collective in your life where you have not been able to bring back harmony and gel with those people who are perhaps quite different from you. Because everybody is different, right? The fun is when you learn to adjust yourself with the difference and blend yourself with that difference, keeping your perspective in place, but at the same time allowing others to feel that you are a part of them too, right? Because not everybody is going to be like you, or vice versa, you are not going to be like everybody, Taurus. So there will be a gap, there will be a difference, but the part of the story here, what I'm trying to say, guys, is that you have been very, very strict with the fact that you believe that if they are not like you, they are not a part of your collective, right? That cannot happen, guys, because we all live in a society, we all live in the social world. So people are going to be different, people will be different, and you will find that even your own family members, even your own siblings, perhaps people who you have spent your childhood years with, have turned out to be different than what you have turned out to be. So maybe two brothers, from the same family have different viewpoints in their life. So that is where perhaps you have been feeling that, oh, this person being my brother is not thinking like me. Why? Or is not behaving like the way I do. Why? Or is not somebody who I thought he will turn out to be. So that acceptance part of that difference is a big story for you in here, Taurus, is also what I'm getting here, guys, okay? We'll come back to this and we'll see what's going on. The first question I have for my spirit here is, what is the reason of this situation? Why do you think like that? And what is the reason behind the situation where you feel that it's difficult for you to accept people who is not like you, or who could be different than you are? What is the reason for this situation, my spirit? What is the reason for Taurus in this situation here? Right? Yeah, see? Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So the reason for this is your thinking, clearly, is your mental thinking part of the story. Where I feel that today you're coming to the point of understanding, or you will be coming to the point of understanding, that you have been probably suspecting people, right? But you have thought that those people are harmful for you, but you have forgotten that probably you have been thinking wrong about those people or about the collective in your life. Because you were responsible for your own thinking process, right? You were responsible where that intention is changing now for you, or will be changing now for you to understand that no, not that everybody is different, right? Everybody comes with their good and bad. Everybody has their pros and cons. Not everybody will be like me, or nor will I be like everybody here. Okay, but I'll come back to this, guys. The next question I have is the spiritual lesson to be learned why you have been experiencing this. What is the spiritual lesson here from the Seven of Swords energy in the reverse? What is the spiritual lesson for you, Taurus? What is the spiritual lesson of learning here? Let's look at the spiritual lesson of learning for you. Yeah, so this is that intention, the logical part of the story. The logical part of the story. Yeah, the spiritual lesson. See, the Page of Pentacles. You are kind of coming to the place of your own understanding, or you will be. You will be. Okay, we'll get down to this in here. The third question is the sacrifice that you need to now make. What is the sacrifice the universe is asking from you towards this story that you will have to now make for your own happiness, for your own self-satisfaction, for yourself in general, guys, okay? What is the Nine of Pentacles? This is the sacrifice part of the story, okay? Okay. What is your strength here? Let's look at your strength here. What is the strength you already have here? What is the strength here? Wow, okay. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. All right. And the outcome here for this story. Let's see the outcome here. What is the outcome here? What is that will you understand, you will know, you will feel? The Knight of Cups. Okay. All right, guys. So we have 5 questions in here, and the star card is in the bottom of the story here. Okay. So the Seven of Swords, like I said, guys, the Seven of Swords in the reverse is clearly talking about your understanding in yourself now, right? Is your understanding in yourself at this point in time, guys, where you are feeling that urge now to understand yourself better. Like I said, that when you have been thinking, oh, well, people have been, you were in kind of suspicion here, more so what I'm getting. The reason for your situation with the story here, guys, with the collective part of the story is where you were hanging around with a lot of suspicion, you were not saying the truth, or you felt insecure about the fact that they will come back and, kind of damage you or cheat you or harm you if you let yourself open, right? That is the reason for your situation here, guys. That was the reason for your situation where you had been thinking that if I show myself in the right way, in being honest, maybe it is possible that some of you guys feel that way because you all have seen that when you have done something like that in your earlier times, you have got hurt, right? You have got hurt. So maybe that is the reason you had been putting up a two-faced personality, right? When the Seven of Swords is also calling for a two-faced personality, where you were showing one face to somebody, and while with yourself or within yourself, you knew that it was not you. It was a different person, right? So a two-faced personality kind of a situation for you guys was the reason for this part of the story where you were probably putting up an act with people and not being honest about your situation here. or about you in general. Let me put it like that. Okay? So, something about that whole story, guys. We'll check on the story here. Please talk to me about the 7 episode in the reverse, where now you're flipping yourself. You're flipping the idea of being the two-faced personality in your life. You don't want to be that. You're not liking it anymore because there is something you have learned in yourself, or you're still learning. You could be at a very early stage of your spiritual growth, of your spiritual learning. You could be at a very early stage with a Page of Pentacles where you're slowly getting a hang of what you need to sacrifice in order to move forward here. Right there, okay? But with the 7 of Swords in the reverse, you get success. So somewhere you have realized, or you will be realizing, Taurus, that the two-faced personality in yourself was not giving you success, was not bringing back success in your life. And success comes is only when you can expand your situation, right? Success happens when you interact with people. Success happens when you are friendly, right? When you can interact with the crowd, when you can blend yourself with different people to get different ideas for your growth, right? For your understanding, for your growth. That's when success happens. That's when. So there is something in your life. You're coming to the point of your understanding or your realization here, Taurus, that you have to change yourself. You have to show your true colors in here. You cannot hide yourself under some kind of falsity in your life that you had been enacting for whatever amount of time, which is where success had probably stopped coming in your life, guys. Because universe sees everything. Let me tell you that. Universe knows everything. Universe sees everything. Universe creates that abundance, but creates that abundance when universe knows you are on the right track here. That's when creation of your growth, of your understanding, of your story comes into fruition here, guys. Okay, so the spiritual lesson you're learning, you're, like I said, with the Page of Pentacles, you are at a very early stage in here. You're getting a hang of it. You're getting a hang of what you have done wrong. When you have gone wrong, some of you have probably not paid attention to your intuition in here. Right? In the practical world, in the physical world I'm talking about, where you probably haven't really paid attention to your ambition. That's a spiritual lesson. To your desire, and being in due diligence of your work, right? A lot of you could have been slacking off, could have been lazy here. Could have been lazy here, guys, right? So that is where you're learning your spiritual lesson, where you have gone wrong. In the physical world, you're at a very early stage, because now the thing is, your realization of your mental part of the story has clicked in, or will click in, right? This is the path of correction. Universe is telling you, hey, listen, you want success in your life, Taurus? Learn to show that only one face to the world for your success. If you don't like something, you have every right to say that. But don't hide it. Don't behave you're okay with that, whereas you know internally you're not okay with that. And because to do that, you have been putting on an act that is even worse. That is even worse. So here comes the story, guys. With the success, you're getting a hang of where you have gone wrong spiritually. You have not paid enough attention to details in the physical world with regards to your ambition, with regards to your desire, and with regards to the diligence that is required for a person to build back their life. This is a spiritual learning for you guys. It's definitely, you're at a very early stage, but you're still gathering your spiritual knowledge. Please talk to me about the Page of Pentacles. You're understanding where you have gone wrong. Spiritually, you're gathering your ideas. You know that you could have slacked off, like I said. You could have been very lazy. You have not been that ambitious to have done, to have paid attention to detail in the physical world, where you could have achieved a lot more success had you done the work in the right way, right? So this is where you're coming to your understanding with the Page of Pentacles that you need a period of ill health and depression. Yeah, this is your spiritual learning, that why you're feeling so negative about a situation in life or about yourself in general, because of this. Because you know that this is a spiritual learning of the fly here, a period of ill health and depression. This is what you're experiencing here. Because you're coming to your understanding, guys. You're coming to your understanding that you haven't worked in the right way in the physical world. Right? Now, what is the sacrifice? 9 of Pentacles. And that is the reason some of you have not found your freedom. Because you haven't paid attention when you had the chance. And that is where you're experiencing a period of ill health and depression in yourself, Taurus, because you know that you could have done this. You could have achieved this. You could have got this 9 of Pentacles, which is a minor arcana, or the major arcana is the Empress, which is your personal growth, your freedom, your finances, your financial freedom, your growth, your happiness, enjoying the fruit of success of your life, right? Where without worrying about anything else, right? So this is a sacrifice now you need to make, because you know you're not getting it right now. So you have to leave that. And that is where you're feeling even more depressed, because you know that only if you had thought things in the right way and paid attention to people around you, understanding, mixing around, gathering around people, knowing and understanding what the collective is all about, blending in yourself, right? Blending with the flow of the crowd, not letting your own personality dissolve, but blending to become a part of that, having that flexibility, right? Having that flexibility to blend with different people, right? So what is the sacrifice? Please tell me, talk to me about the 9 of Pentacles. And that is where you're feeling very sad, very depressed, Taurus. Some of you could even be feeling sick, because now you're realizing that, oh, I don't have my personal growth. This is where the sacrifice is coming towards my personal growth in here. Be careful, do not take risk. Yeah. So somebody has taken things from you, right? Which is where you're feeling that depressed. But you have also to be careful, guys, that you cannot take risk on this growth. You have to be very careful. You have to probably sacrifice that, because you cannot risk taking a risk on this situation. So probably you just have to let it go, right? You just have to let it go, because that is where you're coming to your understanding that I could have achieved the success. I could have been more successful than what I am today had I planned myself well. Boom. But it's a spiritual lesson. Excuse me. It's a spiritual understanding that, okay, I didn't have it, I didn't get it, I cannot take risk on this. I have to be very careful now going forward what I do. I have to be very careful with my finances. I have to be very careful with my growth. So whatever I had made before, I'll have to sacrifice it. It's even that for some people here. Hmm. Yeah, I will have to let it go. And that is what you're understanding, that had I been more focused, more diligent, had done my work right, I could have been in the Nine of Pentacle energy today for my own growth. But because I didn't, and that is what is creating that upset situation in your life, Taurus, is when you know that what you have lost, you have to sacrifice and move on. You cannot bring it back. You cannot. Okay? Now, your strength talks about the Queen of Wand in the reverse. So, this is an energy that is giving you strength enough to understand. Okay, let me put it like that. It's a bad energy. The Queen of Wand in the reverse is a feminine energy for sure. But this person, whoever it is, my readings are not gender based, guys. So it could be a feminine, could be a masculine energy. Like I said, my readings are never gender based. But your strength is coming from this energy, Taurus. Your strength is coming from somebody who is very selfish in their life, who is very jealous, and who is full of insecurity. Who's full of insecurity, right? But that person or that energy is actually changing you in your understanding, Taurus. Because this energy in the reverse is not symbolizing any kind of growth or any kind of fertility with all the feelings of emotions and aspect that normally fertility and growth brings in your life, right? But this is also an energy of somebody who is very codependent on you, Taurus, for their own selfish desire. Okay? So you have to be very rational here. That is your strength. You have to learn to be very rational here, because you could become, because this person could be having a lot of chaotic energy. So you have to be very rational in yourself to clear that chaos around you, which will make you more successful in your life, because this energy is very self-centered, doesn't think about anybody else. She has a bad temper that can occasionally go out of control, very selfish, very fickle minded, and loses interest in her things that she does very quickly, right? And she doesn't care for you at all, Taurus. She doesn't care for you at all except herself here. And could be rather dominating here. Doesn't care what you need in your life, Taurus. She doesn't, whoever it is. Right? So you have to be very careful. But this is your strength. She is actually changing you here, whoever this person is, and this energy of the Queen of Wand in the reverse. She could be a nasty person for sure, or a nasty energy here, but she is your strength because she is giving you that strength and understanding to change your direction in your life and correct yourself of where you had gone wrong as well, Taurus. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, family sorrow. Yeah, this is somebody who is connected to your immediate family, whoever it is, male or female. Hmm. And that is where there is a spiritual learning in your life, Taurus, that you're coming to terms with in yourself, that had you done things right in your life for yourself, you would have been a different person a long time before. But nonetheless, that spiritual learning had to be completed. You had to go through it. You had to take that story that was a part of your karma or karmic lesson. This could be a karmic partner as well for some of you, right? And she is creating a lot of sorrow in the family here. And that's why you feel that you have lost your growth, your independence, and what you have lost, you cannot bring it back because of this person here. This is gone. This is gone because she could be the one watching you like a hawk, not letting you leave, not letting you move, not letting you grow. So you cannot risk this because this person is bad. One word, let me put it like that. I don't want to say much about that, but this is what the situation is, guys, that I'm getting out here. Outcome is the Knight of Cups. That's a good outcome though. And it's timeless reading. So this could happen today. This could happen 1 month later. This could happen 4 months later. It could happen anytime. But the outcome is talking about the Knight of Cups, which is talking about following your heart. Following your heart, guys. That's a beautiful energy as the outcome. So somewhere, what I'm getting, guys, somewhere you're coming to the understanding that this is also a knight who is in touch with their feminine side. Could be a male energy, but has a lot of yin feelings, right? To be in touch with emotions, intuition, very attractive and charming character, regardless of their gender. Again, whoever it is, I said my reading is never gender specific. But this is a person, this is an energy who listens to their heart, guys. Who listens to their heart, regardless of whether that is actually a logical choice or not. Right? You could be going towards somebody, or somebody could be coming towards you, which in turn will create a lot of emotional benefit for you as well, Taurus. But you're definitely going forward, you're definitely taking the gift of this night in you to bring it out to the outer world, which is calling for this friends and colleagues. So you will become a different person going forward, guys. You will learn to love people back once again. You will learn to understand people better again. You will learn to connect with your emotions. You will learn to be in touch with your heart. Because this is the energy of that person here who is in love with love, period. Who is in love with love. But again, this person, the bad side of this person is that their reality is a little bit iffy, because they can again change. If they don't like somebody, they can move from one lover to another lover, right? Which in turn leaves a string of broken hearts behind. So you have to be very careful with this energy as well, guys. Okay, so it could be somebody is coming into your life or you're going towards somebody, but whatever that situation, this person believes in love, no doubt about it. This person is all about love, all about sentiment, connecting with that internal energy, loves people. But again, if they find some kind of flaw in somebody, they would move again, right? So you have to be very careful about this energy even in yourself, because you could again leave a strings of series of broken heart behind you if you are in that energy where you're not able to stick, because this energy could be fickle as well, right? So you have to be very cognizant if this energy is coming towards you, or you are in this energy, Taurus, going towards something brand new in your life. Okay, so be aware, try to enjoy the things in the moment, and keep the real world in sight. Keep the real world in sight as you go for your own quest with your heart on your sleeve. Okay, with your heart on your sleeve, guys. Let's look at the Knight of Cups energy here. Please talk to me about the Knight of Cups energy. Yeah, but this is a beautiful energy. This is a beautiful energy of somebody wearing their heart on their sleeve. But again, like I said, can be very fickle. So if they don't like something in somebody, again, they will move. They will look for a new person. They will look for a new group. That will in turn create a problem in somebody's life. So you have to be, if this is you, Taurus, as your outcome, it's a beautiful outcome, guys. It's a beautiful outcome of following your heart. But you have to be also very careful of this energy here, right? You have to control yourself, keep a sight of the reality of the world, and follow your own quest, no problem. But you have to become very stable with this energy here, because this energy can shake you up from time to time, right? Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Yeah, this is your outcome, right? Birds flying, news is on the way. Okay, so there is some news that is going to make you very happy here, guys, that is coming in your way, whatever that news is for you, where you will be able to wear your heart back on your sleeve. Once again, Taurus, to move forward. Successfully overcoming a problem, you will be able to bridge differences with people in general. You will be able to bridge differences with people in general, where you will, some information that will help you to bridge the gap. Some information that is in your way coming, the timing is not known, but some information that is coming in your way that will successfully help you to bridge the gap that you want to now bridge in your life to move forward. Okay, so this is your correction. Reading for correction will be my title here, guys. Okay, for all the zodiac signs, after which I will come to your fortune reading, which will be probably not before next week in here. Okay, so till then, enjoy this reading, learn from this reading, take this guidance and apply it to your daily life to see what it is that you will have to now do. Okay, Khuda Hafiz, sayonara, take care, everybody.